only 12 kilometers from Bronkhorstspruit, 30 minutes from Pretoria and an hour's drive from Johannesburg, will offer you a breakaway you need. Let me pay the admission, you subscribe in the meantime. I'm at the Kunkwini 4x4 Academy. I wonder, have you been here? If you have, write in the comments and tell me how you experienced the place. Or if you want to come here, you can write that down there below as well. After all the formalities, we try the man-made obstacle course. With some nice hills and valleys, it's a controlled way to put your vehicle through its paces. I have joined Patreon. Patreon is a crowdfunding initiative where people like you can support creators like me by donating small amounts of money. My Patreon link is in the description below. Personally, I like the trails more, where you drive through the bush to get somewhere. But look, it looks like there's an Amarok stuck in the mud. Let's go and make some new friends. Just quickly give him a tuck. Okay. Unfortunately, I had a setting problem on my main camera and it didn't record any audio. But yes, these things happen. What can I say? Next I'm going to do the eco trail, and my new friend said that he wants to go with. And so me and a complete stranger starts a journey up the mountain. From here the visuals will tell the story. Right, I'm up first. Let's see what I can do. Trying to select the right line to get traction from as many tires as possible. You can see here and there where the traction control of the Pajero takes over when the tire is in the air. Right, now's the turn of the Amarok. Let's see what he can do. It always gives a person a little bit more confidence if you've got somebody outside giving you directions. There we introduced the nudge bar to the rock. They're now well acquainted. It was remarkable to see how much ground clearance all these extras take up. If the nudge bar weren't there, he would have cleared that obstacle without problem. Right, here's another exciting part, and I'm up first again. Let's see what I can do. Now, it's always difficult to show you on a camera exactly what it actually looks like. But the purpose of this video is to show you the place that you can go to, more than trying to show off what we can do. Making those BFGs really work through the rocky terrain. This Pajero can really do with a little bit of wheel travel, but like they say, it's always difficult to build a vehicle that doesn't know exactly what it is. Is it an off-road vehicle or is it an on-road vehicle? And person expects the best of both worlds, and I think as far as that goes, the Pajero got it pretty spot on. So they've sacrificed a little bit of wheel travel off-road to give you road holding on-road, but you know, unfortunately there is no perfect way to get it done. Once again, it's time for the Amarok to do its thing. Let's see what it can do. Once again, I'm on duty to give some directions. Now, it's always better to cross a larger obstacle with your wheel than to cross it with the center of the car, because the wheel going over the obstacle actually increases your ground clearance. There we go, we cleared that one without a scratch. Right, once again I'm up first and I'm on my way up the hill to go and see what the obstacle actually feels like in the car. Now this is an interesting one. I've got to go very, very close to that rock that you see on the right of your screen before I can turn away from it. And then for some unexplainable reason, the Pajero's traction control just gets it sometimes wrong. And it works like 95% of the time, and then once in a trip this thing just can't get the computer to get you up the hill. So when you get into that situation, you just reverse slightly and go with a little bit more enthusiasm. Nice wheel lift and I'm over. That's a good thing. Now one thing I can say about the Pajero's traction control, it tends to confuse a person sometimes, because if you want to get over an obstacle, a person tends to let go of the throttle the moment you start to get wheel spin, because that's what you normally would do to regain traction. But with a Pajero, the moment you let go of the accelerator pedal, the computer thinks you no longer wants to get up there, and it switches the traction control off. So you've got to keep your right foot dead still or increase throttle to tell the computer that I really want to get up here, please do the traction control thing. And that's something that I struggled with initially. And now again it's the Amarok's turn. Let's see how he can do it. And then I would like to know which one of the two vehicles you would pick. The Pajero with slightly higher ground clearance and a little bit of a dysfunctional traction control system, or the Amarok with a lower ground clearance and a very good traction control system. Being a slightly longer vehicle than what the Pajero is, he has to leave it even later before he can turn away from the rock. And I'm running down to go and guide him so that he can clear his rear wheel when he turns. The Amarok there actually demonstrates the problem very nicely, why I get stuck. Now his little bit longer wheelbase just keeps his rear wheels away from an obstacle while his front wheel is climbing up. One thing I can say about the Amarok is whatever it lacks on ground clearance, the traction control makes up for it, because that vehicle's traction control is remarkable. That thing doesn't have any wheel spin at any time. It's almost like everything is locked all the time. Over here I've decided to take a different line to whatever all the other guys take, so I reversed down a little bit and then changed my line. Look at those BFG KO2s do the work on the rocks. Now this is mostly sandstone, so it's not a very slippery rock. You tend to get good traction on these rocks. And it's the Amarok's turn once again to show what he can do. Strange, with the LED driving lights that the Amarok has got in front, the camera battles to focus on the view head on. Yeah, those rock sliders, they should have called them rock scrapers. because they can't slide. Their mounting points are actually welded at the bottom, so they've got these little ridiculous little plates that stick out that scrapes the rock. So they're not rock sliders, they're rock scrapers. Now this is probably one of the more difficult ones that we've got to do. We've got a reasonably steep uphill. Right there where the horizon meets, there's a rock step that I've got to climb. Right, I'm up. Let me see what I can do. The Pajero's traction control once again, they're trying to get some traction in onto the other wheels, but now I want you to compare that with the Amarok. Now keep your eye on the Amarok's wheel. There is absolutely no wheel spin. Now I'm right on top of the mountain and I'm standing at a lookout point overlooking the Bronkhorstspruit Dam. Beautiful. And now it's time to wind down the mountain to go and have a braai.
Ik heb ook niet in neergezet.
I absolutely love it to drive amongst these trees. It's so beautiful, so green. And we had an exceptionally good rainy season this year in South Africa. And then after a nice braai, we ate just straight from the fire. We didn't have plates, nothing. So it was a very unsophisticated braai. Me and my new friend had to go home. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that. Thank you for watching. Till next time, goodbye.